Ethan had always loved adventures. Living in the quiet town of Willowbrook, he often dreamed of exploring uncharted places beyond the hills and rivers he knew so well. One rainy afternoon, while rummaging through his grandfather's attic, he discovered an old brass compass with strange markings etched into its surface. The compass needle didn't point north. Instead, it quivered and spun, finally settling in the direction of the dense forest that bordered the town. Curiosity ignited. Ethan packed a small backpack with essentials, water, snacks, a flashlight, and his notebook, and decided to follow wherever the compass led. The forest was darker than he remembered, with twisted trees and thick undergrowth. Every step felt heavier, and strange sounds echoed all around. Rustling leaves, distant snapping branches, and a faint humming, almost like a tune. The deeper he went, the more surreal the forest became. Shadows moved in ways that didn't match the trees, and faint glimmers of light appeared in the corners of his eyes. After hours of walking, he stumbled upon a hidden clearing, and at its center stood a stone archway covered in ivy. The compass needle pointed straight through it. Hesitant but determined, Ethan stepped through the archway. Suddenly, the air shimmered, and he found himself in a valley unlike anything he had ever seen. Giant flowers glowed with soft, pulsing light, and crystal-clear streams sparkled in colors he couldn't name. Tiny winged creatures darted between the blossoms, their laughter ringing like delicate chimes. Distant mountains loomed in shades of violet and gold, and the air smelled sweet, like a mixture of honey and rain. Ethan's heart pounded. He had never felt such wonder. A figure emerged from behind a glowing tree. A girl about his age, with hair like silver moonlight and eyes that sparkled with mischief. She said, "You're not from here." "I'm Lyra. This is the Vale of Whispers. Only those who followed the lost compass can find it." Ethan explained how he had discovered the compass. Lyra smiled. "It chooses the curious and the brave, but the Vale is dangerous. There are places even I haven't explored, and creatures who don't like visitors." Despite the warning, Ethan insisted on exploring. Together, they ventured deeper into the Vale. They climbed crystal cliffs that reflected the colors of the sky, crossed glowing rivers that hummed as they flowed, and wandered through meadows of flowers that seemed to respond to their presence, swaying as if in a rhythm with their footsteps. They encountered creatures both wondrous and terrifying. A giant stag with eyes of fire watched them silently from a distance. Shadowy serpents slithered between the trees, and mischievous sprites tried to snatch their supplies. One sprite even tugged Ethan's backpack into the air, dangling it above a sparkling river, but Lyra's quick reflexes saved the day. At one point, they reached a canyon where a bridge of living vines hung precariously over a deep ravine. As they crossed, the vines tightened and swayed, testing their courage. Ethan nearly fell, but Lyra grabbed his hand, steadying him. "The Vale rewards those who work together," she said, her voice calm but urgent. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, the compass led them to a hidden cave where the air was thick with sparkling dust. Inside, a pedestal held an orb that seemed to contain the sky itself. Lyra's eyes widened. "This is the heart of the Vale," she whispered. "It keeps the magic alive, but it's fading because humans have almost forgotten us." Ethan realized the compass had not just led him on an adventure, it had chosen him to protect the Vale. He and Lyra spent the evening planning how they could share stories of the Vale without endangering its magic. Ethan placed his hand on the orb, feeling warmth and a surge of courage flow through him. When he returned to Willowbrook, the forest looked ordinary again, but Ethan knew better. He kept the compass safe, Ready for the day it would call him again. And sometimes when the wind whispered through the trees, he swore he heard Lyra's voice, reminding him that adventure was never far away, if only he dared to follow it.